And you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Oof, that song makes me feel good every single time I listen to it. I want to know how many people are out there preparing their vessels for what is to come. And what I mean by this is that as we are going into a state of elevated consciousness collectively, we are noticing that on an individual level, our bodies are not able to receive certain things that they once could because of the elevation that it's experiencing. And so I want to know if you're actively doing your part to eliminate what no longer serves your vessel so that you can begin to vibrate at this new frequency. What do I mean by this? Essentially, are you detoxing for clarity? Are you eliminating things from your diet, from your consciousness, from your consumptions that no longer serve you? Are you adapting new habits to help prepare you for this new 5D experience that we are stepping into? Are you surrounding yourself with people who are aware of the shift that's taking place and are contributing to your expansion? Are you adapting practices to help you in this new era that we're entering into? This is what I mean by, are you preparing your vessel? One of the quickest ways that we can do this is by taking inventory of our current consumptions. I talk about this all the time. Everything is a result of what we consume. And so, are you being mindful of what you're eating, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're watching, and what you're saying? These are all things that create our experience and establish our frequency. So the purpose of today's message is for you to begin bringing awareness to what you're consuming and starting to make some changes so that we can vibrate at the frequency that is aligned with where we're heading as a society, as a collective. And as I was mentioning, one of my favorite ways to do this is starting with like a physical detox. So this incorporates taking about 3 to 5 days to not only cleanse my body, but also to use aiding herbs to detoxify, because there's a difference between fasting and detoxing, right? And cleansing. So with the detoxification, it essentially accelerates the process of clearing out what isn't meant to be there. And so starting with a good detox is always a great way to go, because as you're releasing any sort of toxins in the physical body, it starts to do a lot of magical things energetically and spiritually. You start to open your vessels up, your channels, and you start to feel as though it's easier to receive messages and clarity, and you make better choices, better habits. It's kind of the domino that started it all. So I believe that detoxing the body and then accompanying that with maybe a social media detox, or adapting some sort of new grounding practice and creating a habit out of that, you'll begin to release what no longer energetically serves you. And this is the whole point. We want to elevate our vessels to a frequency that can match where we're heading. If I had to use an analogy, think of it as a spaceship. So if we know that we're going into outer space, we need to prepare a vessel that is equipped to manage the environmental factors of space. We need to use proper fuel that is going to get us there and keep us in orbit. We need to use the proper materials, making sure that there are no holes, no pores, and yeah, I think that's where I would start. So if you're unsure of how to raise your vibration, raise your frequency, start there, and everything else will fall into alignment. If you're looking for a deeper practice or something that you can go deeper into, maybe extending your initial detox from 5 days to 7 days. That's something where, for me personally, I did a 7-day detox, and it really changed my life. I started receiving downloads on about day 5. I have a recollection here on my channel if you're interested. I think I did it about 2 years ago, or a year ago, or a year and some change. But essentially I started receiving massive downloads by day 5. By day 6, I was basically channeling the entire day. And then by day 7, I had my own personal breakthrough where I just began to see everything so clearly, and I understood, what needed to get done at that period of time. And it just felt really easy because there weren't any toxins weighing me down. There wasn't anything weighing me down. I just felt very light, and as if I was flowing with the ethers and the flow of nature. And so, yeah, when done correctly, this has the potential to truly reset your life and set you on to a path that a lot of people don't get to experience because they're constantly consuming things that are toxic to the vessel. And I don't think people realize that it doesn't stop at the body. When you're blocked physically, and not just from what you eat, this is your emotions, this is your beliefs, this is the trauma that we've been carrying from this lifetime and past lifetimes. When you are blocked physically, it creates energetic blocks, and when you're energetically blocked, it creates spiritual blockages. So yeah, this is a brief video journal message to all those who are out there. We must start preparing our vessels for this energetic shift that's taking place. You might already be feeling it if you've been feeling really restless, or if you've been dreaming a lot and you feel as though you've been doing a lot in the astral realms, or if you feel as though things are quickly falling apart in your reality. It's for a reason. It's because we're being prepared for what is to come, and it's beautiful. It's going to be really beautiful, but you have to accept the challenge, and the challenge is to let go of what no longer is going to be feasible in this new time, energetically, physically, vibrationally. Because again, your frequency creates your reality, and if that's the case, it's going to be shown more and more in the time to come. Therefore, you have to decide, what kind of reality would you like to create? Alright guys, until next time.